Hey guys, welcome back to Trendy Gadget. Today we'll talk about which graphics card you should pick in 2021. Let's head into it. Which GPU? If you visit gaming and hardware websites frequently, you'll notice a lot of talk about 4K gaming on new high-end monitors, as well as the development of more affordable 1440p screens. If you spend enough time in those areas, you'll come to believe that high-resolution gaming and pricey monster video cards are the norm in the PC gaming world. Not at all. Sure, they're significant, and yes, they are the future when they become significantly less expensive. Most PC gamers will continue to prefer playing at 1920 by 1080 pixels or 1080p for the foreseeable future. Today, 1080p monitors are affordable. You can get dozens for under $100, and even mid-range video cards can run the latest games at silky smooth frame rate on one of those displays. According to the results of the most recent Steam hardware survey, 1080p is still by far the most popular native display resolution for PC gamers on the service, outranking all those other resolutions combined. Also, make sure to write your thoughts in the comment section.
I feel like the extra sharpness does kind of help you strain less to see those details.
How much video memory is enough? The quantity of graphics memory, or video RAM, aboard your video card has a direct impact on the resolution at which you can game and the detail levels that are available. The graphics processing unit, or the GPU, on the card also determines how effectively you can run a given game at certain settings. Consider the visual memory as a motorway that allows the GPU to work its magic without being clogged. The GPU will be constrained if there isn't enough video memory, and it won't be able to function to its full capability. The reason for this is that while the pixels are in memory, the video card crunches them all. As a result, the more data that is necessary to manage it efficiently, whether for a specific resolution or to display greater detail in the game, the more memory is required. That's why high-end video cards have more onboard memory. More of it is required to manage all the pixels that are used to create games at greater resolutions and detail levels. In general, 2GB of video RAM is sufficient for 1080p gaming, but 4GB is significantly better. You'll find graphics RAM ranging from 1GB to 8GB in cards around $300 these days.
So we have faster memory now, a bigger opening, and a bigger container, which theoretically is going to give you much better performance.
Which ports does my graphics card need? The 1080p resolution is supported by all standard outputs on today's graphics cards. In most cases, all you need to do is choose a card with a port that matches the one on your monitor. It isn't until resolutions higher than 1080p are reached that some interfaces, such as VGA in older versions of HDMI, begin to fall short on their capabilities. If you stay to 1080p, you shouldn't have much to worry about or be confused about, because most cards and monitors now support numerous connections. In most cases, you'll be able to simply plug in and go. In the worst case scenario, if you're upgrading from an older system or card, you may require a new cable or adapter, so keep these considerations in mind when you're out shopping. If playing games at a high refresh rate is your major concern, make sure you get a card and a cable that can support 1080p resolution up to a 240Hz refresh rate. However, neither HDMI 2.0 nor HDMI 2.1 can support 360Hz, so make sure you have the correct GPU and cable if you buy an elite cutting-edge monitor like the Asus ROG Swift 360Hz PG259QN. If you're switching from DVI or VGA for the first time, keep in mind that the HDMI and DisplayPort interfaces may transport audio signals, which can save you time if your display has built-in speakers. How much should I spend on my graphics card? This is a shifting target, but you should expect to pay between $100 and $300 for a 1080p compatible video card in 2021, depending on whether you want to play games at the highest settings or at medium settings. You'll need to pay near the higher end of the range if you want to enable anti-aliasing, which smooths jagged lines off the edges of in-game objects, especially if you want to crank up the AA settings as far as possible. If you're happy with the ordinary detail settings and frame rates, then stick to a strict budget. However, if you want maximum detail and AA at 1080p, you'll have to spend between $200 and $300. Pricing for general 1080p capable mainstream graphics cards hasn't gone as crazy as it has for the higher end nvidia GeForce RTX and AMD Radeon RX 6000 series cards, but you'll still pay more than the list price in many situations. To conclude, the point is that if you're planning on gaming at 1080p competitively, make sure you've got a card rated for the games you intend to play at that refresh rate, because the last thing you want to end up with is a pricey monitor that doesn't have a powerful enough GPU to back it up properly. That's where looking carefully at 1080p test results for a given video card or class of cards makes all the difference.
Why brands like AMD and nvidia are using more than 8 gigabytes on their newer cards. Resolutions get pushed higher.
What do you think about GPUs in 2021? Which one is the best pick? Let us know in the comment section. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.